Hi, I'm John, and the camera is currently sitting on the passenger fender of Scarlett the four-eyed cuda. Today we are going to talk about and show you how to take off the speaker grills on a 3-speaker dash. I mention this because the dash speakers that are in the upper corners on the extremes, I say this because the speakers are really close to the front windshield, and if the windshield is in, it can be difficult to get out with a traditional screwdriver. So I recommend using a what I'll call a right angle or offset screwdriver. I have two. I have one from Craftsman as a part of the set that I've had for eons, and that is the part number and such. And I have one from Steelman Pro, and it is a set of individuals, and you just pick the size that you want. I have a number one Phillips in this hand, and this is just straight leverage, and then this is a ratcheting one. This is a little thick. Depending upon the size of your hand and fingers, it may be a little more difficult. That's why I also have this one, because it gets into really close and tight places. So let's take a look on how to do it. So there we go, and it's just a traditional screw, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and with the ratcheting one, put the screw in, the tip in the screw, I press down on it, and then I use my fingers to ratchet, and therefore that's why I say, depending upon the size of your hand, if you have big old meat hooks, this may be more difficult with the ratcheting one, but it is definitely doable. Let's see if that's out, and it's not quite yet. Give it some turns with the fingers, using the fingernail to hold it, and there it comes. And then the other one I'll do with this one, and it is a little more difficult because you have to manually undo it, just like anything else. It's not going to ratchet because it's not the ratcheting type. And I just put it on and give it the turns, and still a traditional righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, but if you can get in there, well, you can see my hands pressing up against the windshield with the flat marks. So we'll do this a little more, and I'm going to give you a word of caution. If you are clumsy at all, I would suggest putting a piece of paper or something in the heater vent or defroster vent, whatever you want to call it, up against the window, so that this screw doesn't go falling down into Never Never Land and rattle for the rest of your life in the air ducting. And this is almost out, and it is out. So that takes care of that. And then at this point, you just lift it, and it's out. This has aftermarket speakers in it because someone had an aftermarket radio, and I am going back to original. I picked up a thumb wheel AM/FM radio, which is what the original is for this car. It is an R35 VIN code, and therefore I am putting back what is supposed to be there, and not the generic Bluetooth replacement radio that's out there. It wasn't working when I got it, and therefore I didn't want to deal with it. And the R35 has the cassette port adapter. I do have the dash mounted cassette as well. And so at that point, it's just a matter of taking this out, wiring it up, and going. That will be a video a long time coming because I have them out to a place in California getting restored. So once they're restored, then I'll put them in place, and I am not worried about connecting these at this point. I just wanted to get the new speakers mounted and in, because I figure I'm going to have to do some wiring with when the replacement refurbished radio and cassette player is returned to me. So this is just how to get the speakers in and out, and the speakers are only held on by 2 screws on the bottom, and the stock one uses a clip, and you can see they wired in some gobbledygook with duct tape. Gotta love the quality jobs that some people do. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you found this useful. Both of these are the same. Again, on the center dash, I'm not sure you can see too much with the glare from the light, but it's just held on by 4 screws, and that'll come out and be the same. And you guys know how to undo a screw at this point, so I'm going to leave that to your capabilities. And thank you very much for watching, and I very much appreciate your time. Hope you found it useful. Take care, and bye.